Bollinger Bands. In this video, I'm going to show you a trading strategies that works so good, I just have to tell you guys. And it involves using Bollinger Bands and RSI. It is simple, easy to use, and has a pretty high of the success rate if you use it correctly. The first step of this strategies is setting up the Bollinger Bands. If you haven't used Bollinger Bands before, you are lucky you click this video because this indicator is absolutely amazing and is a great ways to find support and resistance levels. Now, the default setting given you are nice and we want to change it for these specific strategies. First thing you want to do is to go to the length selections and change this value to 30. Make sure this is 10, standard deviation is set to 2. Alright, we got the Bollinger Band set up. Now we add the RSI. Now we have the RSI added. Let's modify the settings a bit. The default parameters 14. We make it changed into 13 for these strategies. If you haven't used RSI before, it's a great indicator to tell you if a certain situation is being overbought or oversold. If the line above the 70 value is overbought, if the line below 30 values is oversold. Now is the time to pair these two indicators together and get some profitable tradings going. Make sure you watch till the end of this video because I'm going to explain amazing tips to make you understand how its strategies working. So there are two different strategies you can choose from when using these indicators. Both of these strategies are built around the concept. What means reversion, you may ask? Well, means refer to the world's average. Reversions means returning to. So put it simply, the phase mean reversions just mean returning to the average, which is exactly what you are going to shooting for these strategies. So this is an example. In cost cases, there is extreme price movement in one direction, whether it's up or down, we can predict. After that, big price movement, the price will return back to the average, the moving average, right here. So if the price goes above upper Bollinger, we want to enter a short trade. If the price goes below the bottom Bollinger Bands, we want to enter a long trade. Simple enough, right? Well, if you did it by itself, it cannot work good. That's why we added the RSI. So now you can see in these examples, the price went above or below of the Bollinger Bands many times, giving a lot of the false signals. So if you went in every time here, you probably lost money. To solve this issue, we are going to add more requirements. You can only in if the RSI hit an extreme value, meaning we can only enter a long trade if the price moves below the lower Bollinger Bands and the RSI goes below 25. For short selling, we will only enter trade if the price goes above upper Bollinger Bands and the RSI goes above value of 75. So as an example here, we are looking at the apples and the price start going below the bottom's Bollinger Bands here. But at the point in this times, RSI is still not where we want it to be. So we wait it out a bit until the line goes below 25, which is proceeds to go down all the way to 20. We enter the long trade at this point, and the price returns to the average just like predicted. It will. Now, there is some critical information you need to know about this strategy, or else it simply just won't work. This next tips I'm about to tell you is the difference between making these strategies profitable or making money. Where this strategy has its fault is when the market is moving sideways. For almost all the trading strategy, when the market is moving sideways, it's a lot hard to predict. So as example here, the price goes below the lower Bollinger Bands and the RSI below 25, but the price just keep on dropping. So if you enter here, you won't have an absolutely massive loss. So now I'm going to show you a nice little trick so you know before the hands, before this huge price movement even happens. So in these examples, notice how skinny the Bollinger Bands are at this point in time. They are very close together and there are barely any price movement and the market is moving sideways. You can also see that the RSI is being very thin and staying in the between the purple triangles and not going above or below the major point we made before. this alone should immediately raise a huge red flag. Most times when the market is like this for a while, when the price does break in a certain direction, it goes in the what direction with huge amount of momentum. So in this type of the example, you will never want to trade trying to catch a falling knife when the price start to act like this. We can use. Let me show you another strategies to help solve this that works like obsolete magics. Here you can see the price start to drop to the lower Bollinger Bands and then reverse. The next time it came down, it made a new lower from the previous low. But something interesting is happening. The RSI made a higher low. So we have price making a lower low, but the RSI is making a higher low. This right here is called divergence, and it is absolutely great signs to enter a trade, especially if the RSI was previously below 25 and price went below the lower Bollinger Bands. If this happens, there is an extremely great chance price will be reversed back and make a new higher high. In this video, I just show you how to pair Bollinger Bands with RSI and making it profitable trading strategy. Now you can subscribe for these channels. Then you won't mix up any of the strategy sharing by me. I'm Alex. Wish to see you again in my next video. Bye bye.